Hey guys, we are broadcasting live. One day at a time, one step at a time. When you have a bad day, don't overreact. Don't look to purchase something or call someone. Just bunker down and just get through the day. And growth takes time. There's ups and downs in life. There's nothing perfect. There's always going to be critics. There's always going to be negative. But overall, you try to surround yourself with positive people. Overall, you try to live a positive life, healthy mind, body, and soul. You do your best. And you keep people around you that are good for your mental health. And that's very important. But welcome to another Light Night live on this chat room. I appreciate everyone who joins. Every night I go live. You can subscribe. And as soon as you're notified, you come in. I also let people know that I'm going live on my Instagram. So you can follow me there at the word inspire underscore 38. The word inspire underscore 38. But that being said, what I do is I pick a topic, something in life that I'm thinking about or I've went through, and um, and that's how I pick the topics. It's just something that I reflect on in my own life, and that I give thought to, and then I try to build on. I build on a thought to refine my thought process to make me a better person, and to push forward in life. And tonight, what I wrote down on my phone that I wanted to talk about was loyal. Uh, Loyal as your options. In life, many times people are as loyal as their options. And what I found most times in life is not many people have many options. And usually, what that equates to, what that equals to, is you're going to have to be loyal to a controlling person, to a job that doesn't inspire you, to a place that doesn't inspire you. Because when you don't have options, you are subject to whatever option you do have. That's why I've really changed my life over the years and built it around simplicity, built it around living below my means, built it around me having more options because I do not want to be subject to someone else's vision for my life. I do not want to be subject to someone else's emotional abuse and I have to take it because I need their money and I need their support. I want people's support, but I don't want to do it at the expense of me being scared to use my creativity. And as I've simplified my life and as I've traveled, I think traveling is a good part of life. In the beginning of my life, I didn't like to travel, but I've learned that there's a whole world out there. And Jesus, I see you on the live check-in, brother. Thank you for leaving a comment. I hope you had a great day. As I've traveled and as I've matured and I start to go beyond the friends that I grew up with and the state that I grew up with, when I started to look at life, and especially with the internet, you interconnect and you see there's a whole world out there. There's different ways to live. There's not just the conforming American dream, which is the old American dream. You graduate high school, maybe you go to college, you get married, you have two kids, you buy a house, you live by your in-laws, and you live a miserable life, in my opinion. For me, I'm not built for that. For me, I like something in my mind, likes having limitless options. I like non-committal. I like flexibility. I like freedom. I think most people who have a creative mind like that lack of restriction because they are free to use their mind to imagine, to be imaginative, to be creative. I think, when you have things hanging over your head and you don't have options, I think you are loyal to the things that don't inspire you. I know many of people that get married, and then they have to be loyal to their spouse, not because they love them, not because they're honoring them, but because they're financially in a bind, or because that's how they had to legally come to the country. Many people are loyal because look, they have to survive. That's what's best for them at this time. Am I mad at that? Hell no. Look, we all have to survive. That's a human instinct. But this is a video for myself collecting my thoughts in life is that you have to be very conscious of your decisions to maximize options, to give yourself as many options as possible. because you don't want to be controlled. You don't want to be trapped in a life that you don't have options. Lagnar, good to see you, brother. Netherlands is here. And Reserved, always with good questions. I'm praying for the day, Reserved. I would love to see you maybe have a blog and be an interviewer. I think of you like a Larry King. I always held Larry King up to very high esteem as far as his interview skills. I always admire that. Reserve says, any of your friends from childhood have multiple marriages yet? Yes, a few. A few have still been in the first marriage. A few have been divorced. A few have had kids without being married. So I've seen a range. I grew up in a very diverse area with a very diverse mindset and different aspects of life. A portion of my friends didn't get married. A portion of them have kids without being married. Some of them did get married. Some of them got divorced. And some of them are still in it. And some of them are uninspired. Have I ever got a direct message from some of my friends that they want to get a divorce, but they're scared on what society and what their friends and family would think? Yes, I have. What did I tell them to do? I told them to get a divorce. Because to me, if you're asking me, what do I think about divorce? I think I want you to live a free life. And I think if you're asking me, I think you already have the answer. So I'm willing to say that so that it puts the pressure off that person. I always tell people, do whatever you want. It's your life, not my life. And that's how I want the freedom to share that, and I want the freedom back. But that's what marriage is. Marriage is, you don't have options anymore. I remember there was a girl I was dating, and good family. She came from a good family, and I remember her mother, which I liked her mother. She had the girl I was dating. She had a sister. And I remember the sister was getting proposed to. And the mother had said to the fiance and to her daughter that just remember when you get married, it's for life. Under that mindset of it's a forever commitment. But of course, nothing is forever. And of course, there's nothing wrong with a divorce if it's needed. But that always stuck with me. I remember her saying, like, this is a forever decision. You don't she wasn't saying it's forever, but she was saying it's a serious decision that you should try to make it like this is long term. And people who know me as I've matured in life knows I don't like long-term commitments. I mean, right now, there may be some months where I'm paying $800 a month in camping fees. And I could get an apartment for that, or I could, buy a house. And sometimes, that may eventually come to play. And but what I lose is my freedom. What I lose is my lack of options. At some point, it's worth it in life to trade some options for some stability. But I'm looking at life and I'm saying I'm 38, I'm single, I'm healthy. Why wouldn't you want to live your life to the fullest and live it responsibly, which I am. I work a full-time job. I do this on the side because I enjoy to do it. I hope to grow it. But I definitely don't think you should live at the age of 38 like you're 68. I don't think you should live at the age of 68 like you're 88. I think you live a bland life if you live your life based on how you're going to be when you're older. I think you have to prepare for being older. I think you should save. You should do these different things. But I don't think, sometimes people say, well, if I have a house, I'm protecting myself in old age. Not really. I know most people that are older, and even if they paid off their mortgage, if you had their property taxes, their maintenance fees, their utility bills, and everything else, it's more than a campground would be. It's more than a rental would be in some instances. And when you get really old and when you really need help in life, you're going to assisted living. You're going to assisted living. You're not going to be fully independent. That's the truth. So, I say all that to say, your best thing in life is to have as many options for as long as possible. There may come a certain point in life where you want to exchange some of your availability, some of your options for a level of stability or commitment. But do I think people are as loyal as their options? To some extent, I think that's true. To some extent. I mean, I remember dating a really beautiful girl. And I was like, man, I hit the jackpot with this one, as far as her looks. And I remember being a little bit insecure. And I remember telling her, look, I got to be careful because I know you're hot. You got a lot of options. And that's true. And she liked the attention she would get from men. I mean, it's currency. Attention is a very attractive thing. I mean, people want attention. It's like, getting a super chat. People like that. And for her, every time like a guy would like her or, hit on her, I can understand she liked it. I mean, who wouldn't? Who doesn't like to get complimented? And so again, I think when you're very beautiful, whether you're a man or a woman, you have a lot of options as far as dating, as far as being out. I remember, if you're butt ugly, I mean, you may still have a nice soul, but do you have a lot of options in the dating world? No, you don't. Let's be honest. If you're wealthy, you have more options to do different things with your life. If you're wealthy, you don't have to punch the 9 to 5 clock. Why do I have a dream of being independently wealthy? Not because I want to live a lavish lifestyle, because I'm living in my car. I started living in my car in simple life just because I wanted more options. I want to live a freeing life. I really don't treasure materialistic things. I don't look as money as far as money. I want to be like Scrooge McDuck necessarily and like swim into the ocean of gold. I just want to be able to have freedom, that I'm not controlled by a boss, by a company, by whatever. And I'm a very loyal person. I mean, I have options now, but I'm loyal because, I'm treated good. But let's be honest. I mean, loyalty has a level of to do with how many options you have. A lot of people get pets because they're loyal. I would say maybe that's true, because even if you didn't, your pet depends on you, though, to feed it and to care for it. But if you didn't, it may still be loyal. I mean, that's the magical part about a dog, or cats aren't as loyal, I don't think. But so again, I think loyalty does coincide a little bit with how many options you have. I think in life, you want to build your life around having the most options possible, the most freedom, the most flexibility. I think you will date a beautiful person, and I think that will make you insecure because they have options. Um, so it's all interesting. On the live chat also says, back to live chats, Lagnar says, "Hey Sam, I'm backstage." Well, brother, you're front stage, but I appreciate your gift of conversationalist. I appreciate you being a consistent viewer, and I appreciate what you add to this channel. You add something to this channel, and I acknowledge that, and I don't take that for granted. I don't look at you like a backstage dancer. I don't look at you like a roadie. I look at you like you're a superstar, man. I think you want to be around people that look at you like a superstar. You don't want to be around people who look at you like a co-star, because that feeds into your insecurity. I don't know why you'd want to be with someone who talks down to you. You want to be around people who talk up to you, who see the best in you, and who speak that onto you. I think that's important. That's what I did like about certain churches. Like, they used to talk about like prophecy and stuff. When it was edifying, when it was a word of encouragement to people, I think that has value. Without being religious, I think edification, building someone up, speaking positive stuff into them, I think that's valuable. I think you need that in life. Definitely. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you. Jesus, what's up, man? Jesus, I appreciate you coming in the chat room first and saying what's up. Do I appreciate that? I do, brother. How you doing, man? Lagnar, yep. LK was so good. Lagnar, never been married here. Well, single life, me neither. I've never been married. Have I even been close to marriage? No. No, I haven't. I've had my heart broken. I've broken hearts, but I never really saw marriage. I never really saw myself having kids. I think you have I think you have a vision of what you want out of life. I think some people may struggle with a strong vision, and people have no vision. I know there's a scripture to say people with no vision perish. I don't know. Even in my life when I wanted a relationship, I never saw myself as the guy with the minivan with the kids in the back and us going on family vacation. Some people do, that inspires them. That always depressed me. So, but everyone's different. Again, this is just me. Cameron, what's up, man? Love and respect to Korea, man. Hello to you. How are you, brother? How's the weather in Korea, man? Love and respect. Lagnar, I need Steve Basil's wife. They're getting a divorce. Can you believe that? Madness like to date her around 65 billion. Yeah, you trying to marry rich. I'm not mad at you. Would I marry for money? No, I wouldn't. Would I marry for money? No, I wouldn't. There's times people come in here trolling. Do I keep them in the chat room? When YouTube looks at the people who view the channel, they don't say, well, this person's a troll. It doesn't count as a viewer. Everyone counts as a viewer. But some things aren't worth it in life. I would not marry just for money. Now, but like coming from someone, hold on now, let me be fair in my own evaluation. That's coming from someone who's an American citizen, who has a career, who's worked hard, and who's a level of independence. If I was coming from a third world country and I needed to get my legal paperwork and I needed to try to advance myself and my family was destitute, I would marry Donald Trump. How do you think Donald Trump married 3 hot girls? Because, yeah, look, when you got no options, you take whatever's on the table. I remember going to the Ford dealership, and my credit was very bad. This was the season of my life. My finances were in total ruin. I was in debt. I had basically no savings. My credit was shot. And I was trying to get myself back on my feet. And I was trying to start my electrical business because I figured I got to get some money coming in. And I worked a lot of years to get this certification. And so I remember going to the dealership and trying to get a van so I can start my business. And my credit was shot. I really had no money in the bank. And I kept getting denied for loans. I'd even initially got approved for one loan, and then they rejected it. So then, and it's amazing that they'll give you a loan for a new car, but not for an old one. Mainly because the new car has more equity in it, and it's a better asset for the bank to loan against, because they figure if they have to repossess it, they can get that's worth something. But I remember finally I was able to get approved for a loan for a Ford E250 cargo van for my contracting business. And I remember they gave me a 25% loan, 25% interest on a $25,000 vehicle. I had to take it. Why? I had no options. I had no option. That was the only option I had. So what do you do when you have no options? You take it. Have I took certain jobs in my life that I didn't want to? Yes. Why? It was the only option on the table. When is the best time to get a job? When you currently have a job. If you have a job right now that you're not inspired with, that the people don't treat you right, that you don't feel like you're going to advance, I would seriously, and I mean seriously, aggressively seek employment while you have this job. Because that's you have some leverage. You don't have to take whatever is given to you. How have I negotiated a higher salary? Because I applied for jobs when I currently had one, and I had a lot of options on the table, so I had the leverage. Options matter. Options matter. And, it's an interesting observation. That's what I'm sharing here tonight. Antonio, greetings to you, brother. Good to see you, Antonio. How are you, man? How's life? And how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for the Pick Sky Beach video today. Yeah, I did a video from South Florida. That was actually from last night. I uploaded it this morning. Uploaded a few videos. Why? I just felt it. How do I run my channel? Based on my creativity. That's why I still work a full-time job, because I don't have to pander to the crowd. I don't have to upload videos based on, oh, Sam, only upload 1 video a day, do 3 a day. I can do it on my schedule. I think that's important. It's important for me to keep my creative license, right? My creative license. Many times in life, when you're depending on just one thing, you don't have a creative license, because you have to play to the crowd. You have to appease the masses. And this is an interesting observation of life. Thank you, though, brother, for the compliment. Does that mean something to me, Antonio? It does, and I appreciate that. I appreciate all the positive comments. Thank you. I appreciate the people who take the effort to click the thumbs up on the video, to share the video. That means something to me. All free ways to support, and I appreciate that. Lagnar, what's up, man? I appreciate no, thank you. I appreciate that. Pack Live. What's up, Sam, buddy? How's California, Pack Live? What's the temperature? How you doing? Pack Live knows what it's like to have limited options. Pack Live came here from Cambodia. His family came from a war-torn country. He migrated into America as a United States citizen. And, I'm sure there was points of his journey where he didn't have a lot of options. What'd he do? He did what he had to do. And so would you. If you didn't have any options, what would you do? You would do whatever you have to do. Obviously, you would try to avoid anything that would hurt anyone else or anything illegal. But this is, part of life. And that's why you have to simplify your life. You have to keep your options open. And you cannot base your, it doesn't matter to me who would thumbs up or thumbs down. I pray that more people thumbs up. I pray that more people support. But I have options in life. I don't have to appease some coward or some troll with a faceless profile that wants me to say what they want me to say. I don't have to. And I have freedom. They don't have freedom. Because I've never met a happy person. I've never met a happy, encouraged person that stays around something they don't like. Sometimes I say to myself, why do people stay around in something that doesn't inspire them? Because they don't have options in life. Nothing inspires them. So someone does inspire them, but they want to try to control them. No one can control me. Why? Because look, it's just me in this world. I got as many options as I want. And that's how I like it, and that's how it'll stay. And that means something to me. Love and respect. No, that's true. Amen. Antonio, yep, you need people to build you up. That's true. You need positive people, and there's plenty of positive people in life. There's more people that will thumbs up your life than thumbs down. The problem is you can't give energy to the trolls. You can't give energy to the negative because they're controlling people. And before you know it, you're playing to the minority of people in life that are trying to control you while the majority are trying to support you. You don't need them in your life. You got a lot of options. You certainly don't need them. Praise the Lord, Antonio. Compliments from people, bosses, and people need to see the good in you. I agree. People need encouragement. Humans do. Like a plant needs water and sunlight. I think humans need, encouragement. I think they need love. That's love. Encouragement is love. But give people space. Giving someone space is love. Trying to control them, that's the opposite of love. That's manipulation. Good job, Antonio. Cameron, Korea, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, I didn't know it got that cold in Korea. You in South Korea? What part of South Korea? Love and respect, brother. Lagnar, respect, Sam. All respect is back to you. Never give up. Wow, 25%. Yeah, 25% interest they got me for. But that's part of life. That's how you learn. And you got to go through the pain. It's tough. But there is wisdom in never giving up. I was listening to a commencement speech today about that. And it's not easy, though. But when you just got to put one foot in front of the other, even when you get beat up in life. That's true. MCV, what's up, man? More people are threatened, intimidated by good, positive, and experienced people. I would agree with that. They can't see the benefits of being around that kind of person that betters them also. I agree. Again, there's some warped minds out there that just they can't live without drama. They don't like it too positive. They like a little edginess. They like drama. They like to get people pissed. And there's some people that have been abused, and instead of them trying to really change their life, they just project that abuse onto someone else. Because there's physical abuse and then there's emotional abuse. Emotional abuse is, it is what it is. I mean, you try to stir up anger in people instead of trying to stir up the best in them. Inspiration is stirring up the best in people. Anger is trying to get the worst out of people. There's 2 different types of people in life. There is good people and bad people. There was a season of my life when I thought everybody has good in them. You just got to pull it out. At 38 years old, I don't think that's the case. I think there may be some people with good in them, but I think a lot of people are just, there are some bad people in this world. There's some straight wolves, and they like being wolves. They almost get a high off that. Maybe it's a warped mind. Again, maybe it's a bad childhood. Who knows? But, you got to remember the majority of people I do believe are good and decent, and you have to try to remind yourself of that. Aliyah, what's up, man? Great channel, bro. Wow, I appreciate that. That means something to me. Thank you, man. Love and respect. Thank you for the advice. Well, thank you, brother. Thank you for the positive vibes, man. That means something to me. Love and respect, man. MCV. Wise words, Sam. Thank you. Morally, I will always build people up. Well, brother, that's why I vibe with you. And I appreciate that about you. Thank you. I won't tolerate being around people that won't build me up. Not at this point in my life. So I have no problem blocking people in real life or on social media. Why? Because I don't need it. I got too many options in life. I damn sure don't need somebody trolling me or I've had friends that I blocked on social media, not just on YouTube, like on regular social media, whether it was Instagram or Facebook. There's certain people in my life I don't want their vibes, and it doesn't mean I'm right and they're wrong. It just means we don't vibe, and that's okay. That's fine with me. I'm all right. MCV, been looking at private campgrounds for sale. I'm ready to bowl. Private campgrounds for sale. What do you mean by that? You mean like buying an RV lot? Pack Live. It's cool here. 60 degrees in California. Yes, a cool front coming, but sunny. That's good. Life is beautiful. Praise the Lord, brother. Sunglass face emoji to you, Pack. Thank you for being a viewer, man. Sal and John, what's up, brother? You heading down? How are you? Overall, I'm good, brother. Tomorrow's Friday, so I'm thankful for that. I'm just trying to live a positive life and trying to keep growing as a person. I'm back in Florida. Praise the Lord. Sunglass face emoji. And staying. Much love, brother. Well, enjoy, man. It is a little cold front. Today was only like 65 degrees or so Fahrenheit in Florida, South Florida. So North Florida had to be colder. But I'll take that. I spoke to people in New Jersey. It may snow this weekend. And does that inspire me? No. Does frolicking in the snow inspire me? No. Pack laugh. But later, I go fix a leaking sink at a rental. Huh, throw up emoji. I love you, though. But what landlords do, that's what landlords do. That's true. When you're a landlord, you know, do you have options? I mean, you could sell your property, but once you get into you have a contract with a tenant, and you can't just break that contract. I remember, well, and every state is different. Every state is different. I remember I had a friend of mine who used to rent out a property in New Jersey, and he had got a bad tenant. Now, how do you get bad tenants? You don't really vet them out. You got to be diligent into, checking their history, get references. But from my memory, I think this guy checked his history. He checked his credit score and everything, and he's checked out on paper. But he was a bad tenant, and he didn't pay his rent. And so he had to go back and forth to court. And I went with him one time to court for several months, almost 6 months back and forth before he finally got the guy out. And the guy left the condo a mess. But that's a negative experience. Look, you can have a negative experience doing real estate. You could have a negative experience doing stocks. You could have a negative experience spending money on something frivolous. So again, there's no one answer in life. There's no one answer. For me, and I can't sit here and try to sit on my high horse because I've lost money in other ways than real estate. So real estate is a somewhat sound investment. But you limit your options because it's a very static, hard asset. What's a hard asset? It's not easy to buy or sell. It's very much a big process. It's a big ordeal. So it's considered a hard asset. What's a liquid asset? Something that you can buy and sell the same day, something that you can pull equity out the same day, or within a couple days. So, even if you had equity in a property, if you wanted to take a loan against it, it would take probably at least 30 days to close that loan. So, again, that's why for me, I like to live very liquid, mainly for my mental health, obviously also for financial empowerment, but to keep my options open. That's important to me. Antonio, you speak the truth. Thank you, brother. Love your stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. You put me in a good mood. Well, that means a lot to me. Thank you, man. How's Florida tonight? Florida's all right, a little cool tonight, man. Next week or so, I think one day, maybe tomorrow or next day is going to be 80, and then we're going to be back in the low 70s to high 60s. But it's that time of year. In January and February in Florida, I know from visiting for a couple years now, this is my first full year staying here full time all year round. But in the winter months, in January and February, even in March, there's weeks where it's in the 60s and 70s. If you're in North Florida, it's even colder. But that's okay. I mean, look, I can't complain. I was talking to somebody in Publix today, the grocery store down here, and I was buying some whole wheat bagels. And I had my hat on, my hat here, because it was cold. My head gets cold, man. I'm bald. And I had my hat and my hoodie on. And she goes, "Oh, is it cold outside?" I said, "Well, it's like low 70s, high 60s. I said, "That's cold for me." And she goes, "Nah, no. Once you're a full-time Floridian," she goes, your blood thins out. And it's true. You do. You get acclimated to the weather. She goes, "But we have to be thankful. At least we're not shoveling snow." And I said, "Praise the Lord." I said, "Praise the Lord." When the weather's warmer, you got a lot more options to do things outside. When the weather's cold, you don't have any options. You're a recluse. You're inside. You're shuttered. That's one of the main reasons why I moved to Florida, because I have more options to be outside and to do different things outside. That's very important for my physical and my mental health. MCV. Yes, I found a website that sells private campgrounds. Really? They sell like a campsite or the whole campground, and then you would be like the landlord of that property. MTOF. What's up, brother? Looks like Bezos will get divorced. We're talking about I forgot his full name. Was it Lagnar said it? Steve Bezos, who is the founder and CEO of Amazon.com. I believe it's the biggest company in the world right now, financially speaking, and he's getting a divorce from what I read online. So that shows you that money can't solve everything. Divorce very painful, but he's got a lot of options. He says, "Looks like Bezos will no longer be richest man in the world after his divorce." Yeah, but look, and that's a good point. But the point is, like, he still will never have to worry about money another day in his life. You think about the people like our brother Snow Dog and like other people that have got a divorce that are living in their car not by choice, and and it's not easy for them. I mean, that's how you know, like, we're way out of balance in society. Where I mean, that guy will never, there's some people that go through a divorce and they can never recover. They can't do like Trump and Bezos and just write their wives $1 million checks and then marry another person. I mean, look at the biggest sham. I mean, Trump divorced a wife after she got her green card. Then he marries another immigrant. Then he wants to build a wall. I mean, what? I mean, he's got the ultimate sales pitch and deception, and he's telling American people like he's doing it for them. I mean, he knows how to play the game so well, man. He knows how to play the game, man. What a disaster. MTOF. Seems like the divorce rate is 100% with super wealthy celebs. Yeah, they can afford it. They got options. I've actually heard that people who are wealthier have a higher rate of divorce because both people have options. I've heard people in poverty, they stay together longer because they don't have options. They need family to survive. Like if you look at poorer countries, America's the richest country in the world. If you look at poorer countries, there's more of an emphasis on family and the family life. Why? Not because they're holy and righteous. It's because they got no options. They're tending the land. Many times they're living off the land. They need each other to survive. They need to pool their money together to survive. And they have to be loyal to one another. Like even when different ethnic groups, including Italians that came here, I'm 100% Italian, when different ethnic groups migrate to America, for the first and even up to the second generation, that family stays together like a tight unit. Not because they're righteous, because they all have to pool their resources together to survive, especially in a foreign land where they don't speak the language, they don't know the culture, they don't have a lot of job opportunities, they have limited options. They need each other. They have to be loyal. And then when they get more options, the loyalty's gone. That's the truth and the facts about life. That's very true. Let's take a hydration break. Love and respect. Pump it up. I'm thankful. Lagnar. McKinsey will be the richest woman in the world. Really? Adam Tough? I didn't know. That's his ex-wife now. Yeah, look, I mean, for me, like I say, I'm not the type of person where I need to be the richest person in the world or I want to. I would love to be in a position where I would never have to work again if I didn't want to. And not again because I want to drive a Ferrari or own a mansion. I won't. For me, I just want to be in a position where I have the most options possible and I have freedom. I can use my creative gifts full time. But some people, they want the Ferrari, they want the Bentley, they want to rule the world. There's different mindsets out there. For me, I just want options. That's my mindset. Lagnar's winking. Good job. MTOF. Yeah, that's what I told my family. MTOF. Pack live laughing. Good job. Good to laugh. Laughter's medicine for the soul. There are some positive people in the world than negative one. I agree. Everything or situation, there's pros and cons. Good job, brother. Take good with the bad. Pack live, you're a smart brother, and I love you, and good job. Lagnar. Like to date Mackenzie. I need some funding. I ain't mad at you. You trying to get with Mackenzie, trying to make her your sugar mama. Am I mad at that? No, I'm not mad at that. That's what you wanted to do. I think about the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, where there was a guy who was trying to date Audrey Hepburn, but he was actually in an affair with a MILF. He was a creative writer. He was a writer, I believe a writer, but he needed this married woman to finance him, so he would be extra nice to her, and he didn't really like her, though. He led her on. He really liked Audrey Hepburn, who was a disaster at the end, but he wanted to let it ride. But that's why, look, if you live simple, you shouldn't have to play that game. If you live a simple life, I mean, you should treat people right, but if they don't treat you right, you shouldn't have to be in a relationship with them just for money. Like, I remember I dated a girl from Thailand, and her culture, she was older, she had got an arranged marriage, and she grew up but then she eventually got divorced when she came to America. She didn't need him anymore. And I remember she was very stern on paying for her stuff as much as possible because she's always said, Sam, I don't want another man holding anything over my head because I'm finally in a position in life where I have options. She goes, growing up in Thailand, I didn't have options. And I had to marry who my parents said to marry. And when I came to America, like, we had to assimilate, and it took us time. And she goes, I always felt controlled. And that always stood out with me. I mean, and I can understand that pain. And I mean, I think it's a disgrace that some men that actually go to Thailand because it's still there and they take advantage that the women there don't have options. And that's why in different countries, sometimes in Thailand or the Philippines, there's a lot of young prostitution because the women don't have options. They don't, and so it's just a disgrace, especially to a lot of American men. They go over there just to, you know, do that thing. I think it's not right. But, who am I to judge? I mean, but I mean, this is a mature man. I mean, when I was young, I did immature things, but these are my thoughts on options in life and how that, why would you sell your body? Because you got no options. Even if you like, sure, you may like sex. There's some people that, they may just like sex. They may want to be a porn star or prostitute, and there's nothing wrong with that. I watch porn, but there's something wrong with it if you only do it because you don't have options. But there's plenty of people that work at Walmart because they don't have options. So there's plenty of people that work in the corporate world because they don't have options. There's plenty of people that work in construction sites because they don't have options. I've been one of them. I've been one of them. And after feeling that pain of working a job that I really didn't like at all and dealing with a foreman and people I really didn't like at all, I vowed to myself, I said, I got to really start simplifying my life because I need to be able to have more options. And that's the truth. Love and respect. Antonio, Bezos has too much money. Wow, he's got enough money. It doesn't matter. He can get divorced 3 times. He's still got money. Lagnar, Bezos has a new girlfriend for 4 months. Yeah, I ain't mad at that. So is Nikki Bella. Nikki Bella over there cheating on John Cena. But that's all right. They got broken up. Ty, what's up, man? Hey, Sam. Thanks for your inspirational words. Thank you, brother. And videos. I appreciate that, Todd. Thank you, man. All the best to you, bro. Same back to you, Todd. Thank you for your positive comment, man. That means something to me. Thank you. MCV. The whole thing, own it all and generate money from campers. Oh, so you're going to be a landlord. You're basically, I understand. And some can have some permanent cabins and tiny houses. All right. I'm not mad at you. Everyone has a different way to define their journey. I'm happy for you. What state is that in? Free to be me. What's up, man? Humpty Trumpty sat on the wall. He will have a great fall. Yeah, look, he's not going to be around forever. That's the best part about America is that, no matter, even if you like the guy or you don't like the guy, look, or girl, is that a president only lasts 4 years or 8, depending on if they get reelected. But the bottom line is America is changing, and there's still a little bit of the older mindset out there, but America's changing, and in 20 years, there'll be a totally different mindset in America, just like 20 years ago, there was a totally different mindset in America. So bottom line is, no matter how much fight there is left out there in some of the old mindset, 20 years from now, we're going forward regardless. So that's fine with me. And it's a lot of old people don't care anyway because they know 20 years from now they ain't going to be around, so they don't care. We walk right over their grave. That's how life is. That's the truth. Zakia. There was no notification of this live stream, maybe because I upload a lot of videos today. That's all right. Usually every day I go live around 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Today was a little bit earlier. So always jump in around that time. And if you follow me on Instagram, I always upload. I'm going live. My Instagram is the word inspire_38. But Zakia is from Alaska. Zakia, good to see you. I just happened to see it while I was looking at something else. Yeah, Zakia was looking at, what were you looking at? What type of stuff were you looking at, YouTube? Good to see you, Zakia. Zakia, hey, y'all. Lagnar, yes, I know, Sam, you are right. Mtoff, hey, Zakia. Are you native person? Lagnar, hey, Zakia. Playing games, not notification. Yolanda, hey, Yolanda. Hey, Sam. Everybody. We'll only be here for a couple minutes. That's what I like about a virtual relationship. People don't like what I'm talking about. People get tired of me. You can go do whatever you want. That's the best part. You got options. If you subscribe to my channel, you got options. You can unsubscribe. You can come in here and be spiteful and just watch and hope. You can do whatever you want. When you're married, you can't do that. And, when you're in a serious relationship, you can't just leave the chat room. You got to stay there. That's why I like virtual relationships. You got a lot of options and it never stops. You're my best viewer. And then you say, I'm tired of this guy. And then you go to see Bob Wells and you go see somebody else. And then before you know it, you're in a whole nother universe. And I like that. I like limitless options. Good job. Only going to be here for a couple minutes. I ain't mad at you. Looking at a long drawn out weekend. Tell you about it on Monday. Sounds like a disaster. See you. Talk to you then. Miss you already. I love you too. Love and respect. Yolanda, change your number. I love you. Good job. Kat, what's up, Kat? Don't talk about our POTUS. Well, Kat, why don't you just leave my chat room? because I can talk about whatever I want. This is my chat room, not yours. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to block you. Why? Because I don't need to. I don't need anyone in my life that's not positive or doesn't have the same mindset. You can like Trump. You can like the fact that he married a couple immigrants, got their green papers, divorced them, paid them money, and brought up privilege and got loans from his father and claimed bankruptcy. And now he wants to build a wall. That's fine. But why are we going to shut down the government for that, but we don't shut down the government for middle-class tax reform? Why do we give corporations permanent, and you're probably living in poverty and support them? So it's up to you. You do what you want. But like I said, to me, I don't have to pander to you. Why? I got options. And I just lost a viewer, but you know what? I don't care. You ain't worth my soul. Do you? I'm not mad at you. I don't want anything bad to happen to the POTUS. I just wonder if you said the same thing about Obama. I wonder if you said, don't say anything bad about the POTUS. I wonder if you care that President Obama had to release his birth certificate, but Trump didn't have to release his tax returns. Trump never released his tax returns, but he made the other standing president release his birth certificate. What a disgrace. What a disgrace. And what a disgrace for everyone to support that. You should make Trump submit his tax returns to all the people, but you don't care about that. But I will admit that Hillary Clinton was a disaster, and I totally understand why Trump won. But don't speak to me like that, Kat, because believe me, you don't have control over me. Not even close. Okay? Love and respect. MCV. Check out parkandplaces.com. There is one in your region for 170,000. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, but I don't want to be a landlord. I don't want to have a full-time job as a landlord. I don't want to take care of other campers. I don't want to worry about their utility hookups aren't working, checking them in, checking them out. I don't want to do that. That's why I didn't rent out my house. I want a simple life. But that's for me, brother. I'm not at all trying to be negative towards your dream. If that's your dream, brother, I want you to do it. I want you to have a great time. For me, my dream is living as simple as possible with most options. Like, let's just say, for an example, MCV. Let's say I'm over there. I'm living a great life. I just got done watching porn. My stocks are up. And I got this campground, right? And then Kat comes in. Kat comes in her camper, and she's got a bumper sticker on it that says, I love Trump and I masturbate to him. And then she tells me that I have to salute the flag, even though it's a direct violation of my First Amendment right, okay? It's my campground. The First Amendment right of the Constitution says I can protest the government for any grievance. And she says, no, that's not my America. You have to salute the flag. And I tell Kat, go fuck herself, okay? And then she gets upset, and then she doesn't want to stay at my campground. Now I just lost a campground person. Do I care about that? No, I don't care about that because I'm not going to have a campground. MCV. They're all over the USA and some in Canada. Love and respect. Back live. It's sad but true. Every nation go up and down. USA is more blessed nation. We got options right now. That's true. But, you just got to be careful because, look, the bottom line is we're thankful for the USA and we can exercise our First Amendment right. We can protest the government for any grievance. Okay? Love and respect. Todd. Tonight's talk goes way beyond politics. It goes into politics. It goes out. Life is about some politics, some religion, and some non. It's about all those things. People who don't ever talk about politics are not talking about life. If you go to a job, number one thing you have to deal with is politics. If you own a campground and you're renting it out to 16 people, you got to deal with politics. You go into Starbucks, life is about politics a little bit, and a little bit it's beyond that. It's about everything. It's all a combination of a variety of factors. Okay, good job. MCV. I hear you, Sam. Thumbs up. I appreciate that. Love and respect. Yolanda, laughing my number. Good job. Gilbert. Sammy, may not as bad today as yesterday. Just going in from a walk and feeling better. Brother, you go for a walk and you change your life, and that's a blessing from God. So I'm glad that you're doing good. I'm glad that you're having a better day. Remember that, that some days are going to be good. Some days are going to be bad. And let the emotion pass. Some days you're going to be lonely. Some days you're not going to want to be dealing with people. So remember that emotions pass. Good days pass, bad days pass. Try to keep your options open. And when you stay healthy, you have more options. When you're sick and you're hurting, I've been there, you don't have options. So keeping your health a top priority is key because it gives you more options. Good job, brother. And he goes, I hope all is well with your day. It is. I was going to try not to curse because every time I curse or I talk politics, my videos get demonetized. But, like I say, I got options. I don't have to pander. I prefer to keep it all positive, but, it's all love. Lagnar laughing. Brilliant, Sam. Well, praise the Lord. Look, I try to keep positive, but It's just, look, I'm also not going to be emotionally abused by somebody who's collecting Social Security and they preach capitalism. They're collecting a socialist program. They can't wait to collect their Social Security, but they preach capitalism. It's ironic. It's so ironic, but it's all right. Sal, good evening, Sam. How's it going? Pretty good overall. Glad I made it live. Good to have you, brother. Love, respect to Texas. Keep it real. You know that's going to happen because I get options. You got to do you, brother. Well, praise the Lord. That's why I post on my Instagram. Good job. Thank you. Praise the Lord. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate that. Gilbert. Hey, Lagnar. Hydration break, guys. Praise the Lord. Lagnar. Hello, Gilbert. How are you? Lagnar's great conversationalist. MTOF. I noticed some people super chat you. Does anyone send you $1 on PayPal? I've had a couple people. Every video of mine has a link to my PayPal. There's been a couple people, and I thank them for that have donated through that. More people have super chatted. A super chat is when you click the a money symbol in the chat room, and whether it's through credit card or PayPal or iTunes, you can donate to the channel. All my videos are free. Some people do Patreon. I don't. But you don't have to. Like I said, and I don't force people to, and I don't want people to make their life harder and my life easier. It's only if there's an overflow and you want it to be a blessing to the channel. But the super chat can only happen during the actual live feed. It can't happen on the replay. So for the replay, there's a link in the description of the video that has the PayPal account. But there's been people who do both, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate people who've done nothing, because just watching is a blessing. But I don't sell my soul for it. Like I just blocked a viewer. I could keep her in here. She helps my ad revenue, but not worth for me, not being who I am. So, my channel is still a relatively small channel. It's not enough to live off of. That's why I have a full-time job. I hope one day it would be enough to live off of, but it may not be. But I'll still, continue to just do my thing. Hopefully it grows slowly over time or fastly. It's tough because you want it, when you see potential in it, you want it to grow fast. But then I'm reminded that, Sam, that's not life, and just be thankful for what you have. And I am thankful for what I have. And, that's the overview of how that all works. George, what's up, man? Thanks for showing us the beach earlier, brother. Well, no, thank you for watching. Yeah, man. Look, I share my life. I share living in a car. I share the snow caps of Florida. I share the ocean caps of, I share the snow caps of New Jersey when I was living in New Jersey in the winter. I share the beautiful beaches of Florida. I share my car, which is my house. You're in my house right now. I mean, what's more intimate than that? I share my different life insights. I share my life. I share my soul. What's the downside of YouTube? I share my privacy. I lose my privacy. But the upside is I'm able to do something creative and maybe one day make a living off it. It has a trade-off. It has a pro and a con. What's the upside of having a rental property? You have possible income. What's the downside? You have to maintain it. You have to deal with tenants. So like our man Pack Live said, everything has pros and cons. And that's why I can't be negative on someone that wants a multifamily property, because I do YouTube. There's negatives to that. So again, everything in life is a matter of playing to your strengths, doing what you want in life, and, trying to live as simple as possible so you have as much options as possible. Good job. Gilbert, Sammy, it's freezing here in Queens. I know. I was speaking to somebody up there. Doing fine at Lagnar. Love to you, brother. Stay warm, man. Lagnar, okay, man. Just step by step. That's right. Good advice, Gilbert. Excuse me. Marios, hey, dude, freezing in Europe. I love and respect to Europe, man. And minimizing down my life. Good job, man. For my next move. Oh, wow, I'm sorry. I skipped comments. I'm sorry. Marios, hey, dude, freezing in Europe. Love to you. Can I ask what you do for a living? Yes, IT engineering. I've did a couple videos on that. Gilbert, made my move. Now I'm sorting out and minimizing down in my life. And for my next move in life, Gilbert, keep going forward, brother. You got to crawl, you got to walk, you got to run. Just keep going forward. Good job. Lagnar, good job, Gilbert. Yep, Todd. Tried moving to Orlando December 1990. Lasted less than a week. I know somebody that moved to Orlando, lasted 9 months. There's two issues. One is Orlando is completely different than Miami. Miami is completely different than Jacksonville. Jacksonville is completely different than Tampa. Florida is a huge state, and there's different cultures, there's different feels. And if you're married, you're going to have to get your partner on board, because that's why the person I knew that moved back, you're going to have to secure a job. The pay scale is a little lower here, but the home prices are a little lower too, even though they're a little high now. So it doesn't work for everyone. And some people don't like hot weather. Some people don't like Florida's culture. Again, there's not one answer for everyone. I can only share my life and what works for me. And so, and there's nothing wrong in life with trying something and then saying, look, this isn't for me. And then you just go do you. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of life, actually. Part of life is kind of like just doing things and figuring them out. And then you'll say, all right, I like this. I don't like this. I'm going to do more of this. I'm going to do less of this. Never let someone pigeonhole you into a corner and saying, oh, now, I have to live in a car the rest of my life, or I have to live in a house the rest of my life, or I have to be in this marriage the rest of my life. Look, at the end of the day, you really, you got options, because guess what? Death is coming to all of us. And, death is almost a liberating thing, where it makes you know that, look, it's all going to end no matter what. You can save the most money in the world. You can have the biggest business. You're just like Steve Bezos. Your marriage can still fail. Shit can still go awry. So there's no guarantees in life. You just do the best you can. You hopefully and you try to make life progressively better. And you realize you're never going to please everyone. And that's okay. And then you just do you, as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. All of it's love. Good job. Free to be me. What's up, brother? Thank you for your positive love, man. I appreciate that. Do a reality show, Sam. Well, you're watching it right now. This is real as it get. Like the Kardashians ain't real. This is real. So it don't get no realer than this, man. And you will have financial freedom instantly. Yeah, reality shows aren't real. This is real. But a lot of people don't like reality. Think about that. Like, do really people want to watch a guy in his car for a long period of time? No. They want to watch an edited program with music, with highlights of drama. That's what they want. People don't want real. They want a level of real, but they want a level of editing and fakeness. That's the truth. And I can understand that, because the reality is not that exciting. The reality is only maybe 10 to 20% of your day is very inspiring. The other 80% is really just the monotony of life. Waking up, picking your butt, wiping the boogers out of your eye, going to the bathroom, doing your work, cleaning whatever, doing laundry. Like sometimes I watched a YouTube video the other day of some girl show like her daily routine of like self-care. And it was so fake. Like it showed her waking up like and like splashing water on her face and like, would edit, and it was like a 3-minute clip of her routine. But that 3 minutes, you wouldn't want to spend 3 hours with that girl. But a 3-minute clip, you'll watch it and you'll think that's her real life. That's not her real life. That's not her real life. But everyone should do them. I'm tough. Don't think it was possible last that short of time. Ding was okay. Tough. Oh, okay, you're talking about like getting out of there quick. But Orlando isn't even near the ocean. Yeah, it's a totally different world in Orlando. That's true. Yeah, there's different parts of Florida. Elvis, what's up, man? Do you keep your car running all night long? No, I don't. Not at. It doesn't matter if it's summer or the winter. I don't run my car at night. I go to the campground or the truck stop or the rest stop. I turn it off. I crack my windows and I go to bed. I'm new to your channel. No, I don't. I got a whole playlist on my channel of all my different Nomad videos of me living in my car for 2 years. You don't need to. I don't need heat. I don't need air conditioning. In the winter, I just layered up when I lived in New Jersey. In the summers here, I just sweat and I run a battery-powered fan. And that's it. Is it uncomfortable? A little bit, but that's the trade-off. If you want air conditioning and heating, you got to either build out a van, you got to get an RV, you got to live in an apartment. You're not going to have all your options and all your amenities. So everything in life is about trade-offs. For me, I got in this life because I wanted maximum freedom. At some point, that may evolve and change. I may this summer run an extension cord from a campground utility hookup into my car with like a air conditioner. But I spent a summer in Florida living in my car with no hookups, with my car off at night. And I spent 2 winters in New Jersey with no Mr. Buddy heater, just layering up in blankets and freezing my butt off without my car running. I would wake up periodically, time to time, in a very cold night, start my car to get the chill out of the air, then turn it off. So many places, it's illegal to idle your car unless you're in the middle of nowhere. It's illegal, like, to idle your car. I mean, you could do it at a truck stop because some truckers do it, but some places you can't. And you should have a carbon monoxide detector because that's a little bit dangerous. And so everyone's different. That's my experience. I know some people have a Toyota Prius. Because the air conditioning and even some of the heating can run off the battery. They may try that. Their car may have to kick on every 15, 20 minutes or so because of that. But that's my experience, brother. 2 years living out of my car. Thank you for the question. Thank you for the watching. John, good evening, Sam. Good evening to you, guys and girls. Thumbs up. Thank you I appreciate everyone who watches the video. It's very free. Just click the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And you are here writing and debugging software. Well, that's a great skilled trade. Like it used to say, like coming up, a middle-class person would be skilled in the trades. There would be a carpenter, electrician, a plumber. Now, in today's technology era, we're no longer in an industrial era. We're in a technology era. In a technology era, to have a skilled trade would be a software programmer. So now you still need regular trades, electricians, plumbers, etc. You're always going to need a level of them. Uh, but even truck drivers, I mean, as they start to automate cars, I think we're about 15 years away from that. But all that's going to start to dissipate. It'll still be a need, but it'll be less of a need. I think we're a long way off still from robots. But all I'm trying to say is knowing software and how to write programs and debug and stuff like that, that's a good skill set. Jane, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hello, all. Day 9 of car living, feeling free. Well, amen, brother. You're going to have ups and downs in your journey, just like every journey. But, brother, congratulations to you on day 9. Love and respect. And remember, I give you complete freedom. That if one day you wanted to go back in an apartment, God bless. And if you want to live in your car the rest of your life, God bless. The one thing you have, Daniel, that not too many people have is you have limitless options. You have low financial commitments, and you have a lot of options in life. That's your number one asset. Good job. Marios, know what you're talking about, man. Lost his mother last June. Revealing experience, extreme sadness. I could have compassion on that. Showed who truly loves you. Love your parents. People always. Yeah, well, now some people didn't have good parents, so you got to say that with a grain of salt. But I would definitely agree with you. If you have good parents, love them. But you can love a flower, but a flower's still gonna die. I love my dog to death. I was with it all the way to when I had to put it down, and I watched the last breath come out of my dog. It didn't relieve the pain. Just because I love my dog from the day it was born to the day it died, it's still very painful. So you can sit with your mother from the day you're born to the day you die. It's still going to be painful when she dies. You have to live your life. Bottom line is, everyone you love is going to pass away, or you're going to pass away before them. You can't spend your whole life living in a county, living in a state, living in a town because your mother, your brother, your father. Look, everyone's going to die, and I'm not trying to at all minimize your situation. But again, I've experienced loss in my life, and what I can tell you is everything in this life is temporary. So don't hold on too tight. Love and respect. I agree with you. I stand in agreement. But all I'm trying to say is you have to live your life. Because we're in a temporary world where we all pass away, where the average life expectancy is 78. And so, and that's why I did a video. I think having a child is selfish, even though it's very hard work and you have to sacrifice a lot. But also you're bringing a child into a world that that child's going to die. That child has to watch his parents die. That child has to watch his pet die. Why are you here? Make the most of your life. There's no magical answer. We're thankful for life, especially if you're blessed with good health and everything, but there's certainly going to be times in life you wish you were never born. Even the scriptures have that. There were times in the Bible that people wrote down, I wish I was never born. That's the reality of life. Those are the facts of life. Remember that there was a TV show called Facts of Life. And even the main star in that, didn't he end up getting sick and have a lot of health problems? I don't know. Love to you, brother. I hear you. Those are my thoughts, though, or my genuine thoughts. Lagnar, yep, scripted BS. Reginald Davis, what's up, man? What foods do you keep in your car? Right now, I got 2 bananas, 2 whole grain bagels, and 4 health bars. That's it. I don't eat any fast food or things like that. That's pretty much my diet. And then one meal a day, I'll have like a salad or tofu or something. I'll go to Publix or supermarket, something like that, or soup or something. John, I'm making rice and chili beans. I ain't mad at you, brother. You definitely gonna need to be by the restroom tonight, brother. You have the runs after that chili. I ain't mad at you, though. Reginald, what's your thoughts on living in a 2002 Honda Accord coupe? Well, a coupe I would think that means 2-door, correct? Does it have back seats? Can you put those back seats all the way down? Can you put your front passenger seat all the way down? That'd be the number one thing, because your number one thing living in a car, the only really thing you need to live in a car is you have to be able to fully lay down. Now, if you don't have back seats that'll go all the way down, if your front seat won't go all the way down so you can lay down, remove the seats. If you got a 2002 Honda coupe, that shit ain't worth nothing. So remove the seats and throw them out, because you ain't gonna get nothing on a trade-in anyway. If you're really gonna commit to this life. So if you can't put them down, remove the seats, then I think you should be able to move them, lay down fully. That would be my opinion. Good question. Free to be. Are Florida police kind to black people? I would say police on average are kind to all people. I would say there are going to be exceptions, no matter where you go in life, no matter who you are. I think a level of it is personality. I do see people that my own personal life, I've experienced people that just cause conflict with cops. Like I remember getting pulled over with friends of mine, and like they would start to antagonize the cop. I was like, "No, let's just be quiet and get the hell out of here." So, are there racist people in this country? Yeah, probably still, yeah. But I'm not going to make a general statement about police, just like I'm not going to make a general statement about black people or Chinese people. I would say I acknowledge that the country of America has been oppressive if you look at the context of history. But if you look at the progress of history, I would see you also. I've been pulled over by plenty of black cops. So especially growing up in New York and New Jersey, it's diverse capital of the world. So, I've known racist black people. I've known racist white people. But at the end of the day, when I'm pulled over by a cop, I keep my mouth shut. I give them what they're looking for. I don't cause any problems, and I keep it moving. Does that guarantee you're going to have a good experience? No. Are there some racist, oppressive people? Yeah. But that's how I keep it moving, and that's my overall view on life, and that's how I've seen life. Steve, thanks, Sam. Have a nice evening. Well, brother, you too. I checked out your video. Steven plays the guitar. I would love for people to just support him. Check his channel out. Why? Because I believe that there's enough success in life that it can be shared. I'm not like one of those people. Oh, don't go watch his channel. You're gonna take away from mine. Look, I don't care. I want people. I want to celebrate other people, and I want to acknowledge Steve, who likes to play the guitar. And I watched one of his videos. It was not negative. It was just him playing a guitar. So as long as it's positive, I subscribed. I give him a thumbs up. Why? Because I like when people use their creativity, and if what they're doing is not hurting anyone, there's enough success. There's enough success for it to go around. Like I don't feel like I got to become rich and then I got to oppress the working class people and give them temporary tax cuts, and I got to get permanent ones because I got to rule over them like capitalism does. I believe like there could actually be a shared economy. I know it's a little strange to some people, especially people collecting Social Security who want socialism. But bottom line is, there's enough success to go around. Good job, Sal. Hey, Sam. How does that battery operate fan work? I know it's better than nothing at all. How it works is, I'll show you, brother. How it works is, this is it right here. You buy it from Walmart. It's $15, okay? On the bottom, there's 8D batteries. See that? 2 compartments. You put them in. There's a button on the top here. 1 button for low, 1 button for high, 3rd button turns it off. In a hot summer, if you run this every night, you may have to change this every 2 weeks. That's how this battery-operated fan works for under $20 at Walmart. The batteries, for 8 batteries, probably cost you around $13, okay? That's the breakdown of how you live in a car with a fan. Does it get a little bit hot in the middle of summer in Florida? Yeah. Should you get an air conditioner? You can run an extension cord from a campground and put an air conditioner in your car. I may do that this summer. Good job. Zakia, what's the coldest you slept in your car? Negative below 3. I believe I did a video about that, and probably with wind chills, probably 15. I did a video when I woke up and I had a water jug, just like this. The water jug was frozen. When I woke up in the morning, this was an ice. I did a video of it. I documented it. And so what I can tell you is I've slept in extreme cold weather. And what I can tell you is it's painful. You got to layer up. It's going to be cold. I got sick one year. There's sacrifices. Could you do it? Yeah. Steve? So cold here. Love the Florida stuff. Brother, I love Florida, man. I got love for your creativity, brother. Steven, don't ever let your insecurities, don't ever let someone's insecurities be projected upon you. You play the shit out of that guitar, brother. You play that guitar until the cow comes home. Why? Because you got to use your creativity, man. You got to do you. Good job. Eric, I've always wondered, what do you do for a living? IT engineering. Good job. Reginald, you said in one of your videos that cars are big technology that we have and people tend to forget. Oh, I totally agree. Your car is the most sophisticated generator in the world. Your car is a generator. Your car is a transportation mobile. It's got Bluetooth. You interconnect to the world. Some cars have Wi-Fi built into it if you pay a service. Totally agree. Cars are one of the best things that the modern civilization. I totally agree. Cars are independence. Cars are freedom. Cars are option. You get in your car, you can go anywhere in the world. It's options. Anywhere that has a road. I mean, but a car equals independence. Independent equals options. When you get in a car, you have a lot of options. I remember my grandmother who came here from Italy who never got a job. And she, that was back in the old day, like when the husband worked. She never got her license. She was like a home wife. And I remember asking her when she got very old if she had any regrets. And she said, Sam, my number one regret is I never got my license because it's like I never really got a level of freedom and I never had options in life. And that's the truth. Gilbert at Marios, sorry to hear for your loss of your mother. Amen. Gilbert also lost his mother. Over 10 years ago, it still feels like yesterday. I could feel your pain. I feel as though I lost all touch with mankind. I am coming around. My mother is a great loss. Gilbert, thank you for sharing your testimony. Gilbert, this channel is a great way to deal with loss and communication. Amen. And thank you for adding your voice. That's appreciated. Marius at Gilbert, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Love and respect. Good job, guys. Same here. Hang on there. Yep. Life continues. Never forget her. I agree. But guard your heart, too. Great comment. I agree with that 100% emoji. All the best. Keep in touch if you want. Guys, great job. Hydration break. Now, all seriousness, that's what it's all about right there. That's what it's all about. Good job. Lagnar, prayer emoji, also known as the boner emoji. Good job. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, man. I love you, man. Pack off the nice tan. Yeah, hey, man. You got to get a tan, man. Nothing wrong with that. I remember the years. You live in cold. Man, it got cold. Yeah, you know it. Pack Live, you know, brother. Shout out to your guy who's living in Brevard County out of his van. Woohoo. Hey, Sam, 23 degrees in Detroit. Oh, total disaster, man. I know you wish you were in San Diego, but we love you, brother. I'm planning my next van life trip. I imagine. My transit has been acting up very badly. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Glad I got the extended warranty. I ain't mad at that. I got 3,000 miles on my factory one. Well, brother, I want the best for you, man. I love to you, Woohoo. And Woohoo, we've had some things. I love Woohoo, man. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you. I want the best for you. Look, I want the best for everyone. Even like, who's that lady that came here? Kat, who loves Trump? I want the best for her. I don't want to see her suffer. I got love for everyone. I really do. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to keep everybody in my life, but I don't get any joy out of seeing people suffer. Like, I'm not one of those people. I like to see people do great, even if I don't mess with them anymore. Why? Because it just keeps my spirit light. I don't have hatred in my heart. Like, I sleep like a baby. Sometimes I gotta watch a little free porn, masturbate, but I sleep like a baby. I'm not sitting up at night thinking I gotta get this guy back. I let all that go, man. I don't care. Do whatever you want. John, 28 degrees here, but it feels like 15 being windy here. I ain't mad at that. That's cold though. That wind is the main thing that makes life cold. That wind cut right through you. Up north, they used to say the hawk is out. When the hawk was out, disaster. Okay. Lagnar heart emoji. Good job, Steve. Wow. Thanks, Sam. You're the man. Well, the love is reciprocated, brother. Steve, I've only made 2 videos just sitting out back. Brother, keep uploading videos, man. Look, sometimes I upload videos. People don't want to watch them. But at the end of the day, I'm just doing me. That's what you should do, brother. I know it's discouraging, though. I did a video saying how discouraged I was like a week into making videos, and I had like 1 subscriber. That was probably me. And no one watched my videos. It sucked. Sometimes I still wish my channel would grow faster. So it's a frustrating journey doing YouTube. It is. Very little financial reward, especially in the beginning, and it's a lot of exerting of energy and minimal, so it's like you're really playing the long game. Initially, it's attractive. Like initially, you think you're going to make a couple videos, they're going to go viral and everyone's going to love you and you're never going to have to work again and you can go just wear no underwear and live your life. But it's like a long, drawn out thing that builds progressively over time and you got to get a little bit lucky. Believe me, if I was running shit, everyone's getting a universal basic income. Everyone's getting money. Like, I'm not the type of person like where I'm like, oh, you got to work your ass off. Shit, Trump inherited money. He got money. Why can't everyone else get money? That's what I'm talking about. Somebody give me the 50 Cent Get Money song in the background. Good job. Steve, me and my buddy sitting here chilling. He just subscribed to you. Well, love to you, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate the love. Thank you, man. Barros. Cielo Italiano. Perfecto. Yes. Mal gracias. Yes. Buonanotte. I don't know how to say all that. All right, you're blessed. And thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Love and respect, Maros. Love to you, man. Hydration break, man. You gotta laugh, man. The world's crazy, man. Love and respect. I imagine. Zakia. I have to look for that cold weather video. There's a whole playlist on my channel. Just look at Nomad Simple Living. There's over a couple hundred videos in there, and you'll find them. I did several with the cold weather, several. And that one I may have not even been in New Jersey. I think I was in North Carolina. So, like, remember, guys, I know a lot of you guys associate me with Florida, and I've lived in New Jersey, but don't forget, I traveled up and down the entire East Coast of America. I've been to the White House. I've been to the mountains of Vermont. I've been to Pennsylvania. I've been to North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and everything in between. Manhattan, everything. And what I can tell you is I love Florida. Good job. Woo, Sam. That 10K house is in Sarasota, Florida. That's the West Coast. I'm not a fan. I like the East Coast. It's nice there on the West Side. Brother, if you're going to go to the West Side, you want to go to Naples, you want to go to Naples. Now, it's the rich area, but that's the only area I rock with. It's just the area I like. But I don't even, it's not the same energy as the Atlantic side, man. The East Coast, the Atlantic Ocean is more energy. For me, my personal opinion. I know some people love the West Coast. It's all love for me. I don't have any hate in my heart. I'm just sharing my opinion. You have to visit, brother, because there's a different culture, too. It's less diverse over there. Very diverse in South Florida. I like that. But everyone's different. So I'm not trying to, I don't want to force my view on you. The only thing I would say is I would practice what I lived. And when I did videos of me visiting Florida for a year and a half, and what I did when I visited, I went to different areas and I experienced the culture, the vibe, the housing, and I found spots that work best for me. But that's me. Like, right? You may not like the spots I like. But all I can tell you is 10K is cheap, and you definitely ain't going to be in the nicest of area for that. Because, I mean, woo, you're a pretty intelligent guy. You know, ain't no one giving away anything free in this world. No one's giving away anything free. Everything got a price. So, especially in a good economy with high housing costs, like, somebody's not going to just say, oh, I got a piece of land, 10,000, I just want to give it away. Ain't no one giving away nothing, man. So, just be careful. Lagnar laughing good. Laughter's medicine for the soul. Love and respect. Elvis, do you go to the library? Good question. I have gone to the library, brother, but I tend not to because I like to be in Starbucks. The Wi-Fi is a little bit better, and I like to be able to purchase food or drink when I want, coffee. And I like to get up and walk every hour or so, just like for a 5-minute walk to let my blood flow. And then the library is a little bit too quiet, and it's just not my feel. I don't feel creative in the library. But there are times I go there and I like that solitude. But I tend to mostly go to Starbucks. But everyone's different. You can go to a Dunkin' Donuts. They also have free Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Most stores do. McDonald's do. So there's a lot of places now that you can go that you can get free Wi-Fi and you can work out of, or you could just relax and use as a living room. So, libraries I have used, but I tend not to. Good God. Original. What are good places to charge your devices? Starbucks, the gym. Like when I wake up in the morning and when I go to the gym, there's outlets all over Planet Fitness. So start right there. When I drive from my car to the gym and from my car somewhere else, I have my phone plugged into my USB charger in my car. Like right now, I'm starting my car. Guess what happens? I'm charging my phone. My car is running. My phone is being charged. Okay, your car is a generator. So your car, Planet Fitness, Starbucks, definitely, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, anywhere, a library, anywhere where there's outlets that you can use. And what you're going to find in a developed country, especially in America, in a populated area, you can go anywhere. But Starbucks is my number one. Planet Fitness is my number two. My car is my number three. And then any other general place. Good question, though. I have no problem with that. As your phone gets older, it has to charge more. So, you got to make a mental note of that. But if you live in your car, your phone's your biggest expense other than your car. I would recommend upgrading your phone every year. Why? Because it's your navigation system. It's your entertainment system. It's your connection to the world if you need to call the authorities or if you need to contact someone. It's your YouTube camera. It's everything. So it's worth the investment. Good job. Love and respect. Maya, hey Maya. Hello from Austin, Texas. Well, love and respect to Austin, Texas. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Maya. I hope you're doing good tonight, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Reginald, what are your tips on parking, like in neighborhoods, off busy streets, lots, etc.? Well, one is I don't park in residential streets as far as like overnight. Only there during the day. I don't believe in parking and sleeping in your car in front of houses. I've owned a house, and I think you're asking for trouble. So as far as parking for sleeping, I recommend truck stops for one night or whatever, Walmarts for one night where permitted, and campgrounds, and or a friend or family member, or an industrial area that allows off-street parking that's not in front of someone's house that's legal. Those would be my recommendations. Lagnar. Sam, what would you do the whole day when you are financially independent? Well, one is self-care would take me 3 to 4 hours to wake up, to go to the gym, to shower, to eat breakfast, and to, check all my different things on YouTube and stuff like that. That'll take till like 9 o'clock. Then I'll go for a walk for a couple hours. I'll go out there. I'll take photos. I'll make videos. I'll take a break. I'll have lunch. I'll call a couple of friends, family members. Maybe I would do some investing with some extra money to play with. I'll look at the stocks, do that. Then I would go for another walk. Same thing I do on the weekends. I have plenty of stuff to do on the weekends. Then I would do laundry. Then I would do this. Then I'd do that. Before you know it, it's the end of the day. Self-care is a full-time job. I know people that don't take care of themselves and they're bored. You want to know why? You're out of shape. You got to drink alcohol. You're bored. I'm not bored with life. Like, believe me, like when I had off 4 days for the holidays and 4 days the next weekend, I kept busy doing all positive, productive things. Self-care is a full-time job. Like some people, even they live my lifestyle, like, and they just roll around their van. They do YouTube videos. When I do YouTube videos, most of my videos, you don't see me like just in my car talking about nothing. Like, I'm out there. I do cars and I do videos in my car talking about nothing. But like, I'm also out in life and I'm living life. So everyone's different. But I can definitely handle it, no problem. Woo. What's a good fun spot in the East Side? There's plenty. You can go anywhere from Miami all the way up to Boca Raton, and there's tons of restaurants, tons of clubs. Do I do any of that? No, I like solitude. But there's tons of stuff. I mean, Miami's a huge metropolitan city. You can do anything you want. Steve, quit Steve shots are crown going around here? I don't understand that question. George, Sam, how do you stay so positive all the time? Thanks for your love and all your views. Thank you, George. I appreciate that. Well, how I stay positive, when someone's negative, I just eliminate them because I got options. I don't have to keep negative people in my life because no one controls me. I live simply. I mean, I'm already homeless. So, it's like, what are you threatening me? One is I work hard, so I'm financially independent. I would love for my creative gifts to pay the bills, so that would really be my dream. But if they don't, I'm not going to sell my soul to answer to a negative person. So I have freedom. My freedom and my options keep me positive. Do I still get sad? Yes, I make videos about me being sad. I'm very genuine. I make videos that life sucks sometimes. I do all that. So I think I'm honest with myself. I'm honest with people. I don't try to hurt people. I live an overall positive life. I address negative parts of life. And I just try to do my best. And I'm blessed by the grace of God. I think, God, there's some people I think they're just wired a certain way and that are more susceptible to the negative things of life. So I don't judge them, but I can understand that. And so part of it's a blessing from God. Part of it's from me putting in the work of my life. And I just take life one day at a time and do the best I can. But at any time, I could be broken. At any time, I can be broken. And at any time, anyone can be broken. If life got hard enough for any of us, we would all break. That's what the story of Job told us. Good job. Maya, I am in cosmetology school. My mom did that. Then she got involved with salon. She said it was nothing but girl gossip, and she got the hell out of there. And I work nights at hookah bar. Okay. And I park at P10. Well, I'm not mad at that. Whatever works for you, but I hope you continue to get your cosmetology degree. Continue to be a waitress at the hookah thing. Do your thing. Live your life on your terms as long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone. I ain't mad at you. John, I would love to write code and scrap websites for data mining purposes and sell it as a product. Well, data is currency. Data is the new oil. So yeah, you're right. I mean, data is the currency of the technology era. So, writing code and everything like that, there's not a huge market. I mean, there's a market out there, but your biggest market is if you can gather data and sell it, that's the hugest market. I agree with that. Pagloff, what kind of phone you use, Sam? I have a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. I plan to get to 10 probably in April. Steve, anybody like Pantera? I'm not really into heavy metal, more R&B and rap, but I respect all music. I can understand all music. Like sometimes, like people say, Sam, I don't get death metal. I can get it because, some people don't like certain rap lyrics. So I like certain rap lyrics. Like even if they're dark, they kind of inspire me to be better. So I can totally get why some people like dark death metal. Whatever works for you, as long as it's not hurting you and you're not hurting someone else. But me personally, I'm more of a hip hop R&B guy. But love and respect. John has a hobby. I write web scrapping apps. I write a lot of other apps as well. I'm currently working on Scrapper app as I write this chat. Brother, keep doing your thing, man. Good job. Thank you for sharing. Maya, I've been watching your videos since last June. Well, thank you. Since I started living in my car, it's allowed me to meet the most amazing people. Well, that's true. You got more options. You got more freedom. You've lowered your risk. You've lowered your liability. You maximized your freedom. You can take more risk with your life. You can live a more adventurous life. And if you're younger and if you're in shape, now's the time to give it a shot. Will it be forever? Nothing in life's forever. Your parents are going to die. Your pet's going to die. You're going to die. Nothing in life is forever. You may eventually need to go into assisted living. You may eventually need to go into an apartment. But guess what? Should you live like you're already 88? No, you should live like you're whatever age and make the most of your life. Good job. Reginald? Living in your car forces you to stay busy and have a routine. Not necessarily. I see plenty of people on YouTube that live in their car. They don't have a routine. They're not taking care of themselves. I think some of that is a level of I was taking care of myself before I started living in my car. I had good healthy routines. I did the work of my life. I didn't live in my car just because I became destitute. I already lost 200 pounds. I was already building my career. I was already doing the work of my life when I moved into my car. I established good habits. So if you don't have good habits and you start living in your car, now all you're going to do is live in a car with bad habits. So you have to do the work of your life first. You can never avoid that. Good job. Lagnar, thumbs up. Okay, thanks, Sam. Love you. Hydration break, guys. Good job. Praise the Lord. Maya, and live life. Life experiences are life's true currency to me. Well, I think that's a great comment. I would agree with that. John, i.e. scrap YouTube comments and live chats. It's all in scrapping. Exercise to me enhance my skills. Whatever works for you, as long as you're not hurting anybody. I am at you. Good job, John. AJ, what's up, man? AJ, I know you had a rough day. I love you, brother. No judgment. Peace to you. You gotta let it all go and make the most of your life. I love you, brother. A friend of mine is 95 years old, and he lives like he's 25. Okay. He runs 5 to 6 miles a day. Well, he's the exception, brother, not the rule. Definitely. And he's in excellent physical shape. Well, he's the exception, not the rule. Again, there's Michael Jordan, a guy who was cut from the high school basketball team and then made to the NBA, became the greatest player of all time. That's the exception, not the rule. Most people will never play in the NBA. Most people will never be 95 and be running 5, 6 miles a day. There's nothing wrong with having that as a goal. You just got to be mindful. That's not the average person. Good job. Hey, from Korea. Love and respect to Korea. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you also. What country are you from? The United States of America and Florida specifically. Good to meet you. Welcome, my friend. Love and respect to Korea. John, that's scrapping as a date or dating. Okay, I'm at that. Reginald, I'm sorry. What is your max weight? Have you ever struggled with weight? Yeah, I was 350 pounds. That was my max weight. So that was considered obese for my height, which I'm just about 6 foot. What am I now? Between 210, 220, I kind of float. What did I get down to? I got all the way down to 150. And so I felt the mental pain of obesity. I felt the mental pain of eating disorder as far as anorexia. And right now I've balanced out my life. I've sustained it, and I live a good, healthy, plant-based diet 90% of the time. And I have good relationships. I put just as much emphasis on my physical health as I do my mental health. There's some people there in great mental shape, great physical shape, but they got a lot of anxiety. They smoke, they have unhealthy relationships. I don't have that. Now, I still have anxieties, I still have worries, but I put a lot of effort to taking care of myself, mind, body, and soul. Like, I took care of my spiritual life, my mental life, my physical life. Am I perfect? No. Is my life better than before? For me, it is. I've evolved, I've grown. So that's me. Good job. Maya, oh my God, I love your energy. Well, Maya, I appreciate you loving my energy. And I thank you for that. I sincerely thank you. And for people who don't get my energy, there's a lot of people that don't get my energy. I just eliminate them out of my life. Someone asked me, how do I stay so positive? How do I keep my energy? I don't let people drain my energy. How do you let people drain your energy? You keep the wrong people in your life. Like, if someone doesn't add to my energy, if they don't like my energy, I just cut them off. Why? Because if not, they're going to drain your energy. People either inspire you or they drain you. If people drain me, they can look at the front door. Good job. John, I give up. Laughing. I imagine. Maya, since I started living in my car, I've lost 35 pounds. All right. Back to what I weighed back in basic training. Well, Maya, keep doing your thing. And remember, health is not necessarily about weight, but certainly weight. How much you weigh is one metric of health. But you can be skinny and have high cholesterol and high blood pressure. You could be skinny and have poor mental health. You could be skinny and have unhealthy relationships. So always remember to look at life through a holistic perspective. Weight is part of it, but you also need those other perspectives. Good job. John Suttles, what's up, brother? Hey, Sam, missed last night. That's all right. Just live your life, brother. Under the weather. That's okay, John. Feeling better. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Now, hope all is good with you. Thank you, brother. I was feeling under the weather last week, but I'm glad to hear you're well. Thank you for checking in. And yeah, man, I understand that. Like when you're sick, you just got to cuddle up into a ball and you got to, fight through it. So I'm glad you're feeling better, brother. Thank you for the love and for the support. It means something to me. Thank you. Gang of Youth, what's up, man? Queens in the house. My brother, blessings and love. Well, brother, right back to you. Thank you. Can you talk about your diet and food, what you eat? Yeah, plant-based diet. In the morning, I have a banana with a whole wheat bagel, no toast on, no butter, no cream cheese. I just put a banana and I cut it into like 3 slices. I put it in the bagel, a whole wheat bagel, and I eat the bagel with the banana. And I have a cup of coffee, a regular cup of coffee, Pike medium roast with no sugar, and a little bit of soy milk. And then a couple hours later, I'll have another cup of coffee with a health bar and a banana. And then at lunch, I may just have another banana. Sometimes I have an orange. And then around 3 o'clock, once in a while, I'll have veggie egg bites from Starbucks on a toasted multi-grain bagel. And then at night, I have a salad or a little bit of a soup, vegetarian soup. With Goya, and in the salad, I put Goya beans, tofu, onions, tomatoes, etc. And I have one Diet Coke. I know that's not the healthiest, but I do have one at night. And then just now, like just before the final end of the night, I had another banana and I had a health bar. That's pretty much all day, pretty consistent with a little variation. Oh, and I also have for my treat, I have like I don't know if I have any left here. Like this is what I eat with my salad. It's a little treat. They're very healthy chips, but they're still like a little bit of a treat. So that kind of gives you the overall perspective of what I do. Thank you. Luke, what's up, man? What's up, brother Sam? Hey, how are you doing? Getting chilly here in Carolinas. Yeah, I heard it's getting cold up north, man. It's cold down here. It's only like 68 today. I'm still recovering from a flu. Yeah, John was just saying that. And I got sick last week. A lot of people had this virus going around, but staying positive. Good job, brother. Luke, did you send me some positive energy today, man? I try to send positive energy to everyone. When I end these chats, I leave completely drained. It takes me about an hour to unwind. I dump my soul into these chats and into these videos. Now, some people, they don't like it. It's not enough for them. Some people want me to be someone else. And that's okay. They have a right to think that way, but I have a right to not keep them in my life. But like when I leave these chats, I've emptied my soul. I've emptied my energy. This comes from my overflow. And when I'm done with these chats, I'm emptied again. I got to refill myself. So, that's how I live my life, though. What you have inside is meant to be shared. You're meant to leave this world, in one sense, empty and use all your gifts, use your talents. And that's what I do. But I'll never allow someone to come in my life and say, Sam, I wish you talked a little bit softer. I wish you did this. That's like me telling a girl, yeah, I wish your hips weren't as wide. I wish you did this. I don't do that to people. I don't try to control people. I don't manipulate people. And I don't allow people to do that to me. So is that positive vibes? I mean, that's as positive as it gets, brother. That's as positive as it gets in this world. Love and respect. Luke, been looking forward to getting back thrifting. I understand that. Finding some good deals so I can flip them. I'm at that. I can understand the adventure of the flip. AJ likes stocks. I used to like stocks. There's adventure there. But when you lose, it's sorrow there. I've been on both ends of that. But I understand the adventure of the hunt. Jones, 1963. Hey. Hydration break first. Love and respect. Sam. Hey, Jones. Hey, Sam. How would you handle negative people? Block. If you have to work with them, keep my mouth shut. Just do my job. Can't really get them out of your life. They're draining. Well, I've worked with plenty of negative people that I couldn't get out of my life. How'd I handle them? I walk away from conflict. I keep my mouth shut and I just do my job. I haven't been on one job yet, even jobs I hated and working with people I hated, that if I just do my job, I could be busy all day just doing my job. A lot of times, if you got enough time to get in conflict with people, you ain't doing your job. Every time I've seen conflict at the workplace is somebody not doing their job. One time somebody tried to involve me in conflict and I walked away. And they got mad that I walked away. So I'm not getting involved in that. That's all conflict. So what I tell you to do is walk away, just do your job and stay positive. If that's not good enough, nothing's going to be good enough. That's my simple advice. Don't make it overcomplicated. Good job, Maya. I'm just happy for technically being able to connect with people. Me too, virtually, because I don't want people in real life. Good job. That's similar views. Me too. I won't allow negativity or I won't allow disagreement. Why? Because I want to be in accord. Good job. I am actually the most mentally healthy I've ever been. Good job. In reference to balance. Maya, praise the Lord. Thumbs up emoji to you. Joseph, what's up, brother? Hey, Sammy, how are you? I'm doing good, brother. Good to see you laughing. I'm trying to live my best life day by day, step by step. Trying to stay positive, trying to push forward. Do I need an RV for that? Not me personally. Do some people? Some people do. Do some people need a house? Yes. I just need to continue to take life one day at a time, make the most of my life, be open to change. If I change my mind tomorrow, I have to be willing to do that. But I have to do it on my terms. And I want to always live a life that has the most options possible, because I don't want to be pinched into a corner where I'm controlled by people. When you don't have options, you have to stay at a job you hate. Have I been there? I've been there. When you don't have options, you have to be around people you don't want to be around. Why? Because you have to do favor for a favor. Have I been there? Yes. Now, you always have to play the game in life because you can never avoid that. But, you want to progressively give yourself more freedom. All right. And guys, as you watch this video, if you didn't click the thumbs up, I appreciate you doing that. It's a free way to show your love and support. Thank you. Dustin, what's up, man? Yo, man, what's going on, random? You play video games? I used to play video games. I played Xbox. I played Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo. I used to like Madden, the football game. I used to like NBA 2K Live, the basketball, and sometimes the baseball. But that was it. I tried to play those shooting games, but they just made me dizzy, and I do think they caused a little bit of mental harm. But I was a sports video games guy. I haven't played sports video games, though, probably in about 4 or 5 years. Definitely not since I sold my house. But I would say even before then, I stopped playing. Probably in my early 30s, I stopped playing video games. Right now, I'm 38, so I'd say probably about 6 years ago, I stopped playing. But I'm not mad at that. Video games help me advance into technology. Video games are your first chance to interface with technology, and that's a healthy, good thing. And like a lot of parents say, I'm going to take your phone away from you. You just took the library away from your kid. If your kid can't use their phone, if your kid can't upload their resume via phone, they're going to struggle in the future. That's the truth. Joseph Jones, 1963. Try put Lex in their coffee. I don't know what that means. What's that mean? Luke, yeah, brother, appreciate your positive words. Thank you. Thanks for the encouragement. You know I got you. You know I got love for you. I know you do, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Luke. Luke, so besides the YouTube and your job and savings, do you have any other game plans for trying to reschedule income or another stream? Stocks was my hope, but I ended up losing more money than make. Will I ever do stocks again? It's possible, but if I do it, it's going to be at a lower level. That would it. I would say I would like to do it. It's very low success rate, though. I would like to day trade for some income, have YouTube for some, and those would be my two primary sources. But like I say, I'm not going to lie to you guys. In the overall history of me doing that, I've lost more money than I made. So I certainly don't want to live a simple life and then keep losing money. That's not wisdom. But your savings account and keeping steady income is key. That's why I still work. There's a reason I still work. It's because I have to. I can't depend on YouTube. I can't depend on any other investment. There's a reason I still work, and it's because I have to. But I'm thankful for my job. I'm blessed. So, I'm just trying to share with you honestly. That's how I look at life. Queen. Hey, Queen. Hey, I'm late. Sorry, I was busy taking out the trash. I was busy taking out the trash, too. I blocked about 4 people tonight. Love and respect, Queen. We love you. Luke, question mark. Love to you, brother. Ragnar, thumbs up. Praise the Lord. We got positive people in here tonight. Good job. Yeah, I checked into a new campground tonight, guys. So that was good. Every 2 weeks or so, you got to move. Or less than that. Free to be me. You deserve a donation. Well, hey, if people have it, but if people are struggling, I don't want it. The energy and inspiration you give people is great. Well, look, a lot of people do give me super chat. Not a lot, but there has been a consistent stream. But I don't want to start to put a burden on them where they feel they have to every night. So my videos will always be free. If there's overflow, whether it's a super chat or whatever, it's appreciated. But if there's not, I still make videos. I made videos for a year with no super chat, with no soap. And I don't want the same people to feel like they have to be pressured. And I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be pressured. I've been in church. I've been on the other side of YouTube. Sometimes I give, sometimes I don't. I don't want to feel pressured. I don't want to give pressure. I keep doing my thing. So again, what my best thing to do is just do me, be honest, direct, and sincere without burdening or lying or manipulating people. And I'll see where it all ends up. Will it eventually end up where I can use my creativity full time? Maybe not. Will I still use my creativity? Yeah, because that's what I've done consistently in my life. So thank you, though, brother, for the kind, positive support. Luke, what van do you think is the best van or fan out there in good amount to size that has best miles per gallon? For me, if I were going to buy a van, it would be a Ford Transit Connect, $25,000. Now, you can't fully stand up in it. Some people like the high top vans. I don't like that. You can cut the roof off and make it a high top. I wouldn't do that. Not my thing. I don't need to stand up. I'm outside most of the day. But it would be the Ford Transit Connect. I like the look. The Nissan NV200 is a little bit cheaper. The Dodge ProMaster is a little cheaper, but I don't like the look. I like the look of the Ford Transit Connect right now the best. If I was going to get one, that's what it'd be. How would I pimp it out? I wouldn't pimp it out. I'd throw a twin mattress back there with 2 crates, one with my duffel bag, one with dirty clothes. And maybe I would cut out the back, and I'd have to put a top vent in because that's the biggest negative of a van. You have no cross ventilation. So you have to cut a vent in the top. You're going to have no sunroof. That sucks. That's why I don't get a van. I want a sunroof. And maybe I'd put an air conditioner back there. You get a little bit more room, but you don't have a sunroof and you don't have all the light coming in. That's negative for me. Luke, question mark. Luke Van, got you. Just answered you. Good job. Maya, thank you for the question. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you. Maya, what's your views on relationships and compromising your lifestyle? My views are I'm single for a reason. I want all my options. I don't want a relationship. I want to masturbate to relieve my sexual tension. Sometimes when girls hit on me, I put my head down and I walk away. Why? Because I don't want a relationship. I don't want to flirt. I don't want to exchange numbers. I want to be by myself. That's how I am. I've dated. I've been in relationships. I've felt love. I've given love. I've had my heart broken and I've broken hearts. I've lived a full life. What do I want to do? I want to be single the rest of my life. I want to masturbate when I get horny, and I want to respect people and tell them, look, I don't want a relationship. Everyone's different, though. That's just how I want to live. Good job. Queen. Greetings, Sam and everyone. Well, greetings. Love to you, Queen. You know we love you. Lagnar. Hey, Queen. John. Sam. You have the gift of wisdom. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Those words mean something to me. I thank you for that. And I don't exalt my gift. Some people have the gift of being a caretaker. Some people are a nurse, like Live and Let Live, like Sarah, like Peppa Pig. Some people have the gift of music, like Steve Baker. Some people have the gift of teaching. We all have different gifts. The greatest gift is love, but love yourself and don't allow people in your life that don't love you or that want to change you. And that's my best way to share my gift. But I don't exalt myself, but I thank you very much for those kind words. Love and respect. Praise the Lord, guys. We're getting there. We're just going to do our best. Stay positive. That's all we can do. Luke, I was just watching on the news report how they were talking about all will be illuminating over 100 million jobs with the next 10 to 15 years. Yeah, we're going to lose some jobs. We're going to create some jobs. I do believe in a universal basic income. I do believe in Medicare for all. I do believe right now corporations are just taking advantage of the working class and lower class people, and people are buying into that propaganda. But eventually it's going to change. Why? Because the older generation is going to die, the newer generation is going to take over, and society will evolve one way or another. That's how life works. That's how it's always worked. Look at the context of history. That's how it works. Eventually the older mindset dies, the newer mindset takes over, and that's why it's good to have limited time. Hydration break. Joseph, popping, constipated? Oh, okay. I'm not mad at you. Yeah, you a little backed up. I ain't mad at that. Dustin, do you ever sleep in a tent? No. To actually lay flat. I don't sleep in a tent. To me, my car is the best tent. I don't have to bother with the maintenance or the aggravation. But thank you. Nah, I don't need to. Queen, one of my friends got mad because I sent a new friend request because she has so many friends request from me. And I sent a friend request and she said that I'm not accepting that anymore. Well, you have to respect her decision. No one is obligated to be your friend. And you're not obligated to be anyone's friend. So she either has to accept you for who you are, and you have to accept her for who she are. And you're not always going to be friends with everyone forever. So that's okay. She has a right to say she doesn't want to be your friend anymore. And you have a right to say you don't want to be her friend anymore. You should never guilt trip someone. So no one owes you friendship, and you don't owe anyone friendship. All you should do is not hurt anyone, and you should just do your best in life, and friends come and go. Like Nas said, best friends become strangers. Have I had best friends that become strangers? Yeah, that's part of life. So I know it's not easy, but just keep moving forward. Play with your doll. Keep painting. Good job. Luke, what do you feel for yourself as a healthy amount of money in savings? 100 grand. So you would not have to worry to hit age 6. Well, age of 65, couple 100,000. Well, yeah, for retirement, I would say you need 250,000 for retirement in a savings account. You can't keep more than that because the Federal Reserve doesn't back any more than that. That when capitalism failed during the Great Depression, and basically everyone went to withdraw their money from the banks, the whole economic system would have collapsed because capitalism is a shell game. The government had to back up savings account, meaning they would print more money if that ever happened. And then that's how people were allowed to deposit up to $250,000 in their account and be backed up by the government. So you don't want more than $250,000 in one account, but you want to lease that account when you're 65. You're not going to be able to do that when you're young unless you inherited money like Trump. So, my initial goal was it's hard as hell to get $1,000 in the savings. Hard as hell. So that's your first goal. Then you build up for there. That'll take you years. Um, then your next main goal throughout your main working career is you want to get at least 1 year worth of savings. So, whatever you need expenses wise to survive 1 year without a job, you want that in a savings account. Then after that, it's you want to make it to Social Security. You're going to need Social Security. Because if you just keep pulling from your savings, that dries up unless you have $1 million in there. Because you figure, the average person, poverty is $12,000 a year or less. So you're going to need at least $25,000 bare minimum per year. But I would say to live a decent life, you're going to need $35,000 to $40,000 per year. But let's just say you needed $30,000 a year. You're living pretty minimum, but you're getting by on $30,000 a year. So 30 times 10 is 300,000. Times another 10, that's 600,000. So for 20 years, you need 600,000, but that's just living on bare minimum, 30,000 a year. $2,000 a month pre-tax. A little bit more than that. You got to pay for your health insurance. Even when you get Medicare, you got to pay for supplemental health insurance. Your car breaks down once in a while. You got to buy a new car. Once in a while, you got to get brakes changed. Once in a while, you get spark plugs. Your phone breaks. Your food, entertainment. So you need money. And that's why most people don't retire till they're 67. That's why Ronald Reagan, he gave corporations tax cuts, wealthy people tax cuts, and he upped the age of Social Security retirement. That's what happened in the 80s. And what just happened 2 years ago, we gave more tax break to corporations, temporary tax cuts to middle class. They're going to expire when Trump's out of office in 10 years. And, you're going to be healthy. And the next thing they're going to want to cut is Social Security programs. That's what they're going to want to do. Okay? But they're not, because the new generation is going to take over. The baby boomers are dying off. We're going to get a universal basic income, Medicare for all, and everyone's going to turn over in their grave, just like society turned over in their grave when we integrated the school system and racial equality. There was a certain generation that did not want to see races go to the same school together. Just like there was a certain generation that did not want to see women in the workforce. And they rolled over in their grave until we were able to do it. So a new generation, an old generation is going to have to die off. A new generation is going to have to reinvent the system. And that's how we go forward. Good job. Queen. And she said, I'm sorry, sweetie. What would you do? I think it's time for both of you to go your separate ways. You guys are both playing mind games with each other. You're still thinking about it. If you're still thinking about it, it's bad vibes. So don't judge her. Don't hate on her. But just you got to go your separate ways. There may come a point in life where I don't want to be friends with you or you don't want to be friends with me. There's plenty of people that come in this chat room. They love me. Then 3 weeks later, they hear me say something they disagree with. They hate me. They troll me for 2 weeks until that energy burns off. You have to accept the fact of life that no one owes you anything. And if they're not hurting you, just move on with your life. I know it's not easy, but I have to speak to you like an adult, not a baby, because that's the best way to be honest and respectful to you and not disrespect you. I love you. Dustin? Beating it in the shower. You don't clean ultimate pressure. Look, I know people that, you have dookie stain underwears and you're worrying about beating it in the shower. Look, at the end of the day, everyone exerts bodily functions. People have period stain underwear, dookie stain underwear. So I'm not impressed, and I'm not trying to impress people. I'm probably cleaner than most people, even people with suits on, and I don't do anything in public. So at the end of the day, a lot of people everyone got dookie stain underwear and period stain underwears, and everyone's a disgusting pig if you look deep enough in their crotch. So I don't care. Bottom line. Queen, hey Lagnar. Lagnar, Queen, hey Luke. How much water do you drink a day, or do you try a gallon? I don't know if I drink a gallon, but pretty damn close. And then have you noticed a big difference in hydrating water versus back in the days when you used to drink sodas and coffees? I noticed a big difference. I'm definitely more healthier drinking more water and less soda. I know a difference in that regard. Yes, I do. Lagnar, put it in gold. Put it in the ground. Yeah, then inflation will eat you up, and then there's no guarantee there either. But everyone should do whatever they want. I'm not mad at that. Queen, Joseph, drop emoji. Good job. Luke, now, do you see when you retire chilling more than campground or your own private property? Look, when I get close to my 70s, I may buy a piece of land. I may buy a piece of land tomorrow. Now, $10,000, $20,000 piece of land. I almost bought that $25,000 piece of land. That's possible. That you buy and relax on. Yeah, because I don't want to be on the road. When you're older, you don't want to be on the road. I see old people at the campground, and they can barely get out of their RV. And it's very dangerous to drive on the road. So as I get older, I'm going to be more tech. And I may in a year, I may get a home base. I may get one tomorrow. But as I get older, I will definitely look at moving less and staying static more. I'm just not there yet, and I want to keep all my options open. Good job. Good question, brother. Queen. Hello, George. How are you doing? Love and respect. Hydration, mate. Praise the Lord. Joseph. For a dignified life, you would need at least $4,000. I agree with that. Per month, I agree. And income depends on inflation. I agree. Great comment. And other factors too. I agree. How you live and how you spend debt. I totally agree. Great comment. I 100% agree with you. Good job, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph, you're very financially savvy. You understand. You totally get it. I totally agree with you. Praise the Lord. That being said, I'm going to end the live chat. I got to every comment. I did the best I could. For some people, it's great. For some people, it's not good enough. But all you can do in life is do your best and don't extend the conversation. You'll know when the conversation is over. Lagnar, thanks, Sam. Sweet dreams. Same to you, brother. I want you to have sweet dreams. Thank you for being a moderator and a conversationalist and encourager. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who left a comment on live feed. Thank you for everyone who clicked the thumbs up. Thank you for everyone who will watch the replay and leave a comment there. Thank you all. I appreciate you. John, love and respect to you, brother. Gilbert, love and respect to you, brother. Thank you, Jones, love and respect to you. And stay positive. Peace and love.